Hello, everybody. Welcome to Area 51 Raceway. I am very excited. I have some announcement here. I know I made a small video on the prelude of some of the bodies to come out, but I have more bodies that I want to show you on the track here that will be coming out in January. The CB Design wheels that are anodized now are a great addition to what we're going to be using because I plan on using them for sure. It's going to just make scratch building. It's so much fun, and just the detail level, it's going to really bring it a lot, a lot nicer with anodized wheels, which is really cool. And we want to thank Steve and Bob at Slot Car Corner for thinking of us scratch builders, which basically Slot Car Corner is the one-stop scratch building slot car place to go to. I don't recommend anyone else but them. They have everything you need to make a showdown car, and we're going to make it even easier now, what I'm going to show you. But again, really excited. Why don't we go over here to the track, and I'm going to show you the bodies we have. Okay, so right in front of us we have a one of the Camaro bodies that have been out at Slot Car Corner's website. These are available to purchase. You could purchase an interior without having to make one. These are resin trays. You could get one with a driver or without a driver, so you could detail the driver how you want it and then use the screw to screw it on to hold it in place and position it, or you could purchase the one that has the driver and you can detail it in there. It just gives you a little bit of flexibility how you want to do this. There's also wheel inserts that you can also purchase. They will fit right inside what's in the kit here, which is the 15 by 10 CB design wheels. Or you could get the brand new anodized wheels, which those things are hot, and match the color to your car on how you want to do it. And it's just awesome that we have all this available here at Slot Car Corner at one stop shop. You can purchase all this and build yourself a showdown car. All you need is the paint uh, and the decals to number it. And then for the windows, you could use anything like a gutter guard mesh or anything you find at Home Depot or wherever that is plastic or metal. There's some stuff on the Amazon that I've used. You could find different things, or you could use plastic from the blister packs and make your own window. So not very hard. We do have videos on how to assemble this chassis, how to mount the body, and painting, and a lot of different things. And the potential of it is this right here. So here is one car that I have that I'm readying for the showdown. It's been painted. I just need to get the interior mounted, which I have one over there just like this with the driver in it. And I have my inserts painted already, and all I have to do is just pop them in here. And my showdown car is ready. And this is what's great about having everything in Slot Car Corner, and what's great that we're starting to come out with these bodies to make it easier, so you don't have to worry about hogging out the wheel wells or anything. They're already done for you. So I'm going to show you the new bodies that we have coming out in January, and we look forward to seeing you guys in the summer event to building something unique that's particularly your own style of building. It's a great expression. It's a great way to show your capabilities, your modeling skills, and to see it go around the track and take pride in that, saying that, hey, yeah, I built that. That's the whole thing about scratch building. All right, let's talk about the bodies. So here we have the ones that are currently available at Slot Car Corner. That is the Nova and the Camaro. These were actual cars, actual dirt cars, and they're very, very nice looking, and you could really make a nice looking car out of these. Now we're going to go on to the new bodies, and we have a Malibu, and this was cars that were raced like this in this model, along with this one right here with the nose of a Monte Carlo, and the other one we have here is a Ford Falcon, of course, which is a car that was raced as well. So these bodies are, actual dirt racing cars. I do have a Pontiac Ventura and a Ford Fairmont that are, well, actually the Pontiac Ventura is actually being, it's soaking in alcohol right now to pull off the supports. And I think I've showed that on the previous video as well. And the Fairmont, and the Fairmont's currently printing, but I've showed that also as well. So you have a good selection of bodies. We got about at least 8 to 9 bodies, I believe, that we have available. Now, this one right here I'm going to show you is something that Harry, Dave, and myself had developed for the Showdown. And this one we're pretty proud of because it's a car that you could only get really in 124th or 125th scale. I think it is actually 125th scale. And they were the MPC kits, and they were the Dodge, Dart, Scamp, those series of Dodge vehicles. So we had this one done up right here, and this is the Petty car, and this is a Dodge Dart, and I believe this is a 71. And we had this specifically made like the model kit. As you can see, the wheel wells protrude out a little here. It's got the bars across the window. As you can see closely in the details is the rivets, and then the splitter. You see it's got the riveted plate there, and on the back it's got the wing and then the riveted plates as well. All around here, gas cap. This is exactly that car, and we wanted to get this one done because we thought that this would be a great addition as a showdown car. And this will be available on Slot Car Corner next month, so keep your eyes out because this will be a great summer showdown car for people who get it. So I just want to show you this car and just get everybody excited about scratch building because we have a lot of good stuff in the future plan. So these particular resin bodies we specifically wanted because of the wheel wells are already hogged out. You don't have to do anything extra, though you can if you do get the other bodies that are available, which I've done a demon and hogged out the wheel wells. It's not too tough, but they are available, and you can get these in January already done up like that and just build yourself a car because you got everything in Slot Car Corner you need to make a showdown car. So with that being said, that's pretty much it. That's all I wanted to show everybody, and that's it with the resin bodies. All right, so there you have it. There's the new bodies that will be coming out, and look forward to seeing a lot of nice new builds with those bodies. One thing I want to make sure everybody understands also that this is a lot of hard work to test and a lot of resin used to test because we wanted to get the width a certain way. They're not exactly stock, they're just a tad bit wider because that's what we were trying to get kind of all the showdown cars kind of the equal width and stuff. The cars are pretty, or I'd say they're pretty darn close to scale. They're from 88 millimeters well, actually from like say 83 millimeters to about 91 millimeters. Near the Camaro with the long nose is a little bit longer, but they are pretty much to scale and they look really good. And again, a lot of test printing, a lot of collaboration between Harry, Dave, and myself to make sure we have kind of a standard so that when we print cars, they're all equally the same and stuff like that. For people who do want to print their own, some of those models are available on 3D Cults. The Dodge Dart one that we designed, that is not available yet. So that was a collaboration between a designer and us to make that car. That was a paid process. It wasn't cheap, but the designer agreed to hold off on putting it out until later on next year. So this way we could, make the bodies and have people access to them. But when you get your own 3D printer, that one will be available later on next year. So if you really want to get into 3D printing, go for it. I can tell you will run into a lot of pitfalls that Harry, myself, and David ran into because we all have the same printer, and there's a lot of forum boards out there to help. But in essence, it takes a lot of work. It's not easy. It's not like printing a piece of paper. A little bit different. Takes a lot of time and effort, and if you want to deal with the resin and all the things that come with cleaning it and curing it, go for it. But if you don't want to deal with that, you can go to Slot Car Corner and purchase a body and be done with it. So if you don't want to really get into resin printing, that's why we do this. The one thing I do want to point out that this has really changed a lot of the 1/32 scale modeling for scratch building, and I'm sure it's changed for other people for making 3D plastic chassis and all that. But to me, resin printing, is the best way to go. The filament printing, I have one small filament printer. I can't knock it. That's pretty good. But what I've seen in the past is that you have to have a really super good filament printer to not have as many licorice lines. So if you want to go to that route, that's more money, but I prefer the resin because to me it works better for what we do. But I'm not knocking the filament one. There may be somebody who knows what they're doing more than I do. But I just want to emphasize that a lot of this wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for Harry Wise and Dave Gorley, Shotgun Dave. Uh, Harry and myself, or Harry, Dave, and myself were at the summer race event, and I approached him with the idea of doing a resin body printing because I had seen the Saturn IV that was coming out, and it looked really promising as I looked at the reviews from all the well-known resin printing guys that test everything. And I told Harry, hey, maybe we should try this since we have such a hard time with getting 1/32 scale cars. And there are some people that do make prints. Maybe we could try that out and, make our own cars for our own series. And sure enough, Harry, really liked the idea. I had been ready to purchase the printer. I was going to do it on a, pay for plan from PayPal. And Harry really is the one that got this going. He actually bought the printer for me. And so we had to thank Harry and Dave. Dave for developing a lot of the interiors and stuff on Blender. He's gotten really good at Blender. And in the future, we'll probably approach our way of doing our own cars besides, having somebody do it for us. But for now, we have no problem having who we go to design a car, which he designed, or actually we gave him the what we needed and what we wanted, and he designed it, and very, very good designer. And I'll let you know later time who that is. He's a very good guy, but you could probably find out if you look at 3D Cults and see some of the cars are there. I highly recommend him if you want to buy a print from him and do your own printing. The prints that he has are excellent. They print really easy. They're the correct thickness. They're very well reinforced. They're well detailed. So if you want to go ahead and go to 3D Cults and check him out and, find out who he is, I'll let you search the cars. I'm not going to get any more information out because I feel you guys could look it up yourselves and find out what you need. But again, going back to Harry, Dave, and myself, Dave was doing all the development of everything. We want to give him a shout out because he's the one that really made a lot of things happen. He made those hot rod kits for people who want to do hot rod and Model A bodies and mods. I have to thank him for that. And then one person we have to thank a lot is Harry. Harry is responsible for all of this. I'm just the person that he took faith in to roll with it. So I have a little bit of influence, but Harry and Dave have the most in getting things going because they took a chance on me and they wanted to see what would happen. And last year we were struggling with, trying to figure out what bodies we could get. We had the Atlantis kits. There was only 3 kits we had. And then we had, resin casting, which was the silicone, which is way more expensive. So this has really changed so much. We've advanced in the past few months since we started in August, or since I started in August after the last summer showdown. And we've come a long way, and I think it's going to get even better. That's why we're looking into more ways to getting more bodies made up so that people have more access to make a showdown car for the proxy or make a car for yourself, because there are all the stock bodies as well that Stock Car Corner has that if you just want to make a regular street car, you can't. Make your own creation at home. That's the whole idea. And if you get comfortable with it, then you could always step up and enter the showdown. But the showdown's not a hard thing to do. Marty Ford has proved that. Marty Ford made his first car. He was pretty nervous, but he did a great job on his car, and it was his first run. And so, I mean, if he could do it, and I could do it, Harry could do it, and people who have done it already can do it, you could do it. It's not very hard. So I really appreciate everything you guys have been watching my channel. It really means a lot. And I want to tell everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year and Happy Holidays. So I'm PC correct everywhere. I just wanted to say, everybody, thank you for watching the channel. For the viewers that I have, it's really appreciated. Of course, it's quality, not quantity. So I'm not really hung up on how many viewers I have, but the viewers I do have, I want to thank you very much. And again, you guys take care and have fun racing.